UConn hasn't lost a game in 679 days. Today, the Huskies have made the 80-mile trek to Boston. The first challenge for UConn, a visit from its #1 rival, Tennessee. And the Huskies, down 8 with 5 minutes to go, rally for a remarkable win in overtime. Next, a visit to Tobacco Road, where they knocked off #1 Duke to become #1. Boston College has the best chance to end UConn's streak of 9 straight Big East titles. Can Kathy Inglis's Eagles pull off the upset today? The largest crowd in the 14-year history of Conti Forum has assembled on this Saturday afternoon. Today we are in Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, where #1 ranked and 21-0 Connecticut visits the 20th ranked Boston College Eagles. And a very pleasant good afternoon, everyone. I'm Bob Picozzi along with Margot Plotsky. Thanks so much for spending part of your weekend with us. It doesn't take a math major to figure out the significance of this one in the Big East. Margot, by the end of the day, Boston College will be a half game behind UConn or 2.5 back.
Bob, if they're going to be a half game behind UConn, they must have their A game. They can't come in with anything less if they expect the upset today.
UConn has won 60 in a row. There are many reasons why, but let's begin with their brilliant All-American, Diana Taurasi.
The great player. She has Magic Johnson as her idol, and no surprise, she plays a lot like him. She can go inside, she can go outside, but the biggest thing I think she's brought to this team has been her leadership.
But evidently someone forgot to inform 3 of her teammates, you're not supposed to play like this when you're a freshman.
And these guys, are you kidding? To come in October the 12th and bring the kind of intensity that they needed, they never dreamt of it. But guess what? They have done it, and Taurasi has really helped them out.
And while UConn has received significant contributions from 3 first-year players, BC has leaned heavily on 3 fifth-year players.
Absolutely. 3 fifth-year seniors who want it all. They know this is their last chance. If they're going to do it, this is going to be the year. They were here 4 years ago and beat this UConn team. They want to do it again.
And the Eagles have a pair of underclassmen who can really light it up from the perimeter.
Absolutely. Jess Devaney, just the sophomore, can light it up. You see her field goal percentage there. And Amber Jacob, who just grits it out, is the coach's dream. These two must come up big today.
UConn has beaten Boston College 7 straight times since that memorable BC upset 4 years ago, right here at Conti Forum. The Huskies were ranked #2 that night. Can the Eagles pull off an even bigger shocker today? The opening tip is next. The largest crowds in Boston College history have come when UConn has been in town, and today is no exception. Several busloads have made the trip from Connecticut, but this place is also filled with Boston College fans. Let's check the starting lineups for the visiting Huskies. Maria Conlon with 15 assists in her last 2 games. She'll be in the backcourt with Ann Struther and Diana Taurasi. Jessica Moore is the center. Morgan Valley's at forward. For BC, Becky Gottstein's the second leading rebounder in school history. She's at forward. Kim Mackey's the center. The guards are Amber Jacobs, Breanne Stefferson, and Jesselyn Devaney. Gino Auriemma has coached UConn to 3 national championships in the last 8 years. Kathy Inglis has guided Boston College to 3 NCAA appearances in the last 4 years. Jessica Moore jumps center with Kim Mackey. June Courteau throws the ball up. She's working with Bill Titus and Michelle St. Pierre. UConn with the ball, and Margot, BC starts out man-to-man.
You got to be in man-to-man. You got to take away the 3. You really got to deny the pass. You must contest every shot that UConn puts up.
Taurasi with the ball, shoots over Stefferson.
Are you kidding? That's bread and butter to her. You got to get out on her.
36-3 of the season for the Huskies, who also start out defensively in the man-to-man.
They're going to absolutely play man-to-man as well. That's what they like to do. Nice double team down low on Gottstein.
Gottstein with a great pass out of the double to Mackey.
Pretty pass to Mackey, who was on the weak side block.
Mackey, one of those 5th-year seniors who remembers vividly the tremendous upset over UConn 4 years ago. Morgan Valley up top, hands to Conlon and screens for her. Then Valley with the jump shot.
Morgan Valley, the junior, boy, she's just one of the hardest workers. Just so confident when they put the ball up.
50% shooter from the floor is Valley. Stefferson penetrates, Now it comes to Gottstein, and Taurasi tries to take it away, but carried it over the sideline.
Good hustle by Taurasi going down. Maybe a little jitters by Gottstein.
There's Nicole Wolf in uniform tonight for this afternoon for the first time since December 28th. Has missed 11 games with a stress fracture. She's available to play and may see some action today.
And what's amazing, Bob, really, how about they're looking to a freshman, and they'd love to have her back.
Jefferson misses the shot. Deviney tries to save the rebound and cannot. Wolf had 18 points in her very first game in a UConn uniform against Wright State for Gino Auriemma. And of course, she is from nearby Walpole, Massachusetts, was the Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Massachusetts last year as a high school senior. Strother to Moore. There's that backdoor cut, but BC took it away. Strother misses the three.
Strother, who likes the three, maybe is afraid to take some shots, but has really gotten better at knowing she can hit those and will take them.
Taurasi created that turnover by deflecting the pass. UConn by a pair. Now, when Taurasi hit that first shot, originally they had a 3 on the scoreboard. They since have changed it, and evidently it was a 2. We get our first foul of the afternoon. First foul will be called on Kim Mackey, who has the tough assignment of guarding Jessica Moore. Taurasi to inbound. Now she'll always look in the lane here. BC obviously scouted, took it away. Valley screens for Strother, and Moore with an over-the-back foul.
Yeah, she just couldn't get around her. Needs to understand that position, and she does understand the game so well.
Jessica Moore has had a problem in her UConn career from time to time getting into foul trouble, although she has managed that situation much better recently. With the ball, Jacobs, ball fake.
You can see the kind of pressure that Conlon's putting on Jacobs. Does not want her to get any open shots.
Stefferson, and she hits the jump shot.
And Stefferson will take it inside the three because she's not real comfortable outside the arc, but a nice knockdown for her.
Only attempted 4 threes all year and has yet to bury one. Valley at the free throw line, then on the right, Taurasi guarded by the much smaller Jacobs. Moore with the foul line jumper.
Pretty arc, gets it up in the air, and boy, able to knock it down. She's so improved from last year. Chris Daly said she's got my vote for most improved player in the league.
Huskies 3 of 5 from the floor, all from the outside. Mackey knocked away by Moore. BC 7-2 in the Big East. UConn is 8-0. Stefferson on the right with the pull-up jumper. Gottstein with the rebound. She's 4th in the Big East in that category. And Moore pulls down the Gottstein miss.
Cleaning the glass is going to be so important for both clubs, and as you know, Bob, Connecticut does it at an incredible margin against other teams. #1 in the nation in rebounding.
Last 4 games, UConn's out-rebounded its opponents 191-97. Foul will be called on Gottstein, trying to defend Valley in the post, her first, and 2 on the Eagles.
So much movement inside. Really have to get around some screens. Oftentimes players will just hang on.
Barbara Turner, who has been magnificent off the bench for UConn, the freshman from Cleveland, replaces Valley. There's the inbound pass in the lane, but Moore had it knocked away. Who touched it last? BC did.
I think she wanted to put it down, Bob, but not a good thing in traffic.
So Taurasi will inbound yet again. Goes to Strother, who has hit 10 of her last 13 three-point attempts entering the ballgame. Taurasi right side, offensive rebound Moore, and a fresh 30 on the shot clock. Conlon's been brilliant at the point guard spot. She's been flawless in the last 2 games. Had no turnovers in 38 minutes at Duke. Turner spins in the lane. Gets the roll.
I'll tell you, it just brings such a great, solid frame for this Connecticut club. Loves to work the inside.
Averaging 9.9 per game off the bench. She's only started 1 game, and she scored 25 in that start. This time Turner made the pass difficult, and it was last touched by Jacobs, and the Eagles turned it over.
Great help defense by Connecticut. Hands a lot of people around to help out on the penetration.
Conlon will walk it up the floor. This is Strother, top of the circle. On the right, Taurasi. This is a 3. Back rims it, long rebound, chased down by Stefferson on a hop.
What they like to do, get it out in transition, what they could not do against Villanova the other night.
On the right, it's Jacobs, and away from the play, we'll get a foul on the Huskies. And that will bring us to our first timeout of the afternoon. This place seats 8,606. They might even have a few more in here than that. It's UConn by 4. Boston College 7-1 at home at Connie Forum this year, and Breon Stefferson looked like she felt very comfortable here at home shooting the rock.
She does not feel comfortable outside three. You see her put it down there to get inside a little bit, get more into her range. She's dangerous from about 15, 16, little mid-range jumper.
Of course, interesting history between Stefferson and UConn. It's an old story, but worth repeating. When she was a senior at Muscogee High School in Middleton, Massachusetts, she actually verbally committed to come to UConn, but then changed her mind and wound up going to Boston College.
Yeah, she sure did, and I don't think she has any regrets. I think she's very happy with Boston College and her career there. One of the fifth-year seniors we talked about earlier, Bob.
It's funny how things work out. Of course, that would have been the same year that Sue Bird signed as the point guard for UConn, and it worked out pretty well for the Huskies, too. One of Bird's high school teammates, Claire Drosch, will come off the bench for this Boston College team. Jacobs with the pull-up with Taurasi's hand in her face.
You see Connecticut contesting each shot that Boston College puts up.
Strother, high post Turner. Huskies try to work that backdoor cut whenever possible. This time the Turner pass off Strother's hands and out of bounds.
Strother's not 6'2" and brings a nice size, but not quite that tall.
First turnover for UConn. And Jacobs will walk it across. Jacobs coming off a rough night Wednesday at Villanova. Missed all 8 of her shots from the floor. She's the reigning Big East Co-Player of the Week along with UConn's Taurasi.
Connecticut, Villanova, does a nice job of really contesting and not giving Boston College any threes, which is exactly what Connecticut's game plan is for today.
Gottstein with the miss. Quickly Conlon forecourt. Looks for the cutter Taurasi, who then finds Turner on the right. How about the passing on that possession? And Turner there for the putback.
Just to go back and get a rebound. Anytime you get an offensive rebound, you know you're in good position for a good shot. Great finish.
4 points off the bench already for Turner. UConn by 6. Jacobs into the post. Mackey. Kick out Gottstein over Turner. And Taurasi with the rebound. She leads UConn in that category as well.
Connecticut doing a terrific job of getting a body on everybody, boxing out, getting the defensive glass.
Strother finds the cutter. Crockett counted, and the foul on Mackey, her second.
Beautiful back cut, back screen, and nice finish by Connecticut. Watch the pass over the top, little high-low screen. See Crockett going back door. Pretty finish, gets to the free throw line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
She's gone to the line quite often in recent games. 35 times in her last 6 games. That's not bad for someone who averages only 14 minutes off the bench. Mackey has to leave with 2 personal fouls. Adriana Spears replaces her. We mentioned Claire Drosch. She enters replacing Davini.
BC needs to hit a couple of shots here, Bob. They really need to get a little confidence. They don't want Connecticut pulling away. These first couple minutes of the half are very, very important of the first half. Kathy Iglesias knows that, wants to control the tempo a little more.
9-0 UConn run. Ashley Battle has checked in for UConn. Stefferson with the ball, and she's called for the travel.
And she did. It was a little hesitation. She doesn't think so.
Stefferson did not play 2 seasons ago because of a knee injury, so she's using her 4th and final year of eligibility in her 5th year academically as a graduate student. Same thing with Becky Gottstein and Kim Mackey. On the left, Taurasi puts it on the floor, then sets up Turner for 3. Long rebound, run down by Drosch. Here's Stefferson, 5th in the Big East in assists with 100. Gottstein on the right to Drosch. Pass into the post, knocked away by Crockett. Drosch gets it back. Spears tries to shoot over Turner and doesn't get it to the rim. Taurasi has Conlon on the left, instead goes right to Battle. Handoff inside to Turner.
So strong on the inside. Not a lot of size by Turner, but whoa.
Timeout for Kathy Iglesias. 6 points off the bench for Turner. This is an 11-0 UConn run, and 9 of those 15 points scored by 2 of those precocious freshmen.
Yeah, precocious is a great word, Bob. You see right here, Taurasi, who sees the floor so well. Nice little bit of penetration. But Turner, the big finish, strong squares to the glass. I tell you, UConn's inside game has really come about. I think one of the things that Chris Daly, the associate head coach from Connecticut, said to me was the development of our post players has been really the biggest thing this year for our club.
Gino Auriemma said before every season our goal is to go to the Final Four and win the national championship. We accept that standard and try to live up to it. They've done a pretty good job of it too.
And of all the years, I think Gino, he's had some great years, but he's doing maybe one of his best coaching jobs.
Well, he lost 4 players to graduation who were among the first 6 picks in the WNBA draft. UConn knocking them down 7 of 13. The Eagles have struggled, and the struggle continues as Jacobs misses.
She might have shot that a little quickly, knowing she had to get it off because she was going to be contested.
Left side Taurasi. This is a 3. Got it.
She's unbelievable. You've got to know where she is in transition. Got to find her.
14-0 UConn run. Taurasi's got 5 points, and the UConn lead is 14. Drosh down low through Gottstein's hands and out of bounds.
And Connecticut is so stingy on the points they give up a game, about 50, and you can see why their defense is just swarming. They do not give you any open looks.
In the first 7.5 minutes, the Eagles have 2 field goals and 4 turnovers. Here's Taurasi, top of the circle. Left side battle. Shooting the threes is not her strength, and she can't knock that one down. She's now just 4 of 17 from 3-point range.
Battle of Banger inside, a great rebounder. As you said, not the 3-point shooter that I think that he would like, that Gino would like to see taking that shot.
Battle did a magnificent job defensively defending Elena Beard, at least in the first 20 minutes. Last Saturday at Duke. That's when UConn won the game in the first 20 minutes. Beard certainly got hot late in the game when Duke made a stunning run. Stepherson, left side jumper, rebound in the lane to Taurasi. Margot, everything's one and done for BC.
Absolutely, and she's got to get that. She's got to hit that.
Battle misses the shot, but will draw the blocking foul on Drosh. That's number 1 on her and number 4 on the Eagles.
Drosh stepped in just a touch. Gets the foul, but Connecticut aggressive, going to the glass, taking it right to the rack.
UConn has out rebounded BC 10-6. 2 weeks ago today, Battle played in her hometown of Pittsburgh for the first time in her UConn career and had a 13 rebound effort that equals her season high. Had to get about 50 tickets for families and friends for that one. Battle knocks the second one down as well. This is now a 16-0 UConn run, and the Huskies have opened up a 20-4 lead. Perhaps the best player in the country, Margot.
Absolutely, Diana Taurasi. You see her right there. Just such a great all-around. You can't say enough about her. Nice little 2 right there to open up the game. Great pass and dish to Turner. And then what she does, and I think she's got one of the most beautiful strokes around, the 3-point knockdown.
5 points in the early going for Taurasi, who's the 3rd leading scorer in the Big East. And of course, everything revolves around her. Early in the season, Margot, there's no question that Taurasi carried UConn. But ever since, say the Tennessee game, when she was brilliant, by the way, she's received a lot of help from a lot of different players. So many of UConn's other players, including the freshmen, have stepped up when it's mattered. Well,
I think, Bob, what she did was what a leader does. I'm going to show you the way. You don't have to do it right now, but I'm going to show you a little preview of what you need to do. And what was great was the rookies responded.
This is Spears. Takes it to the hole.
Takes it hard to the rack. They need something like that. Boston College needs to start banging, getting the ball inside a little bit more, being a little more aggressive on the offensive end.
So that ends a 16-0 Huskies run. We've played 8.5 minutes. UConn by 14. Conlon defended by Jacobs. Here's Struthers. Right side Taurasi guarded by Davini. Shot clock inside 10. Conlon for 3. Rebound off Gottstein's hand. Run down by Davini.
And although Conlon didn't make that, Bob, I think she's one of the most underrated kids on this Connecticut team. She does so much for this club.
Gross at the top of the circle. Gottstein high post. Wants to go right at Moore. Spins and scores.
Again, an inside basket, taking it hard to the glass. They need to pound it in a little more. They're running their sets very well, but they have come up short a little bit, Boston College.
Let's see if BC can get something going. They've scored on successive possessions. Moore in traffic. Conlon directs Strother to the left corner. Then finds Moore up high. The backdoor cut to Taurasi.
They run such beautiful sets, and they execute them, and they finish them. That's what makes this team so great.
Roche on the right. Guarded by Taurasi. Goes around the Spears screen. Taurasi all over. Here's Jacobs. Right side to Vinny. Off her hands and out of bounds.
I'll tell you, one of the things Boston College has been unable to do is an open three. Watch here, a little backdoor. Taurasi knows it. Boy, looks like these guys have been playing together for a long time. Beautiful little right-hand scoop by Diana Taurasi.
Fifth turnover for the Eagles, who have yet to even attempt the three. They were 0 for 7 from three-point range the other night. And there's Taurasi's 200th career three-point field goal.
She makes it look so effortless, Bob. She really does. She's one of the most beautiful shooters I have ever seen in the game.
10 points for Taurasi. Davini takes it to the hole. Rebound Moore, and here comes UConn. Taurasi, pull up three. Rebound inside Jacobs, who had great position.
And you know what? She felt comfortable. It's a great shot for her. I don't think she's ever had taken a bad shot, has she?
Into the post. Gottstein quickly doubled. Counted in the foul. It'll be Jessica Moore's second.
Gottstein, fifth-year senior again, going strong, one-on-one in the paint. You see, watch here, beautiful, beautiful steal against Moore, and takes it right to the rack. Watch again, nice, makes herself big, goes strong, uses the window so well. Gets herself to the free throw line.
And Gottstein is quite proficient from there, 6th in the conference at 82.2%.
Yep, you don't want to put Boston College on the line. One of the things, again, Chris Daly from UConn said to me, you don't want to put them on the line. They shoot too well.
6th best free throw shooting team in the country and best in the Big East at 79%. Turner, left side, Crockett. Conlon starts to go down the lane and will draw the blocking foul. I think this one will be on Spears. It is. It's her first, and number 5 on the Eagles.
Conlon thought about dishing it off just a little bit to Turner, but decided, hey, there's a little seam in there. I'm going to look for taking it right to the glass.
We mentioned the injury to Nicole Wolf. That injury created an opportunity for Conlon, and it's funny how things work out, Margot. Conlon certainly much more suited to play the point than any other Husky except Taurasi, and with Conlon starting, it enables Gino Auriemma to play Taurasi at the 2, which is what he wants to do.
Absolutely, and that's so critical. She's the off guard, and it helps in any kind of press situation. She's on the floor at the 2, Taurasi, with Conlon, so they have great ball handlers if anybody puts on a press.
And I'm sure Big East opponents will love to hear this, but the Huskies have signed 2 point guards for next year. Davini misses the shot, and she'll get to the foul line. This one will be on Strother. It's her first and 4 on UConn.
Strother, her first personal foul, 4 team fouls. Jessalyn Davini shooting.
Vinny, the 5'9" sophomore from Westford, Massachusetts, having a spectacular season. Kathy Inglis told me she's the dictionary definition of blue collar. Her shooting form and her demeanor are perfect. She plays hard all the time. She'll be the cornerstone of our team next year.
And you know what? That was her first shot, Bob, of the game. And she, if they even are thinking about any kind of upset, ball's got to be in her hands. She's got to get more touches.
Well, she's the second leading scorer in the Big East at 18.2 per game. Certainly need to create some more opportunities for her. Back in the lineup is Stefferson, and she'll get a turn guarding Taurasi. Conlon, guarded by Davini. Davini had 36 points against Providence this year. Taurasi goes right around Stefferson, but Drosh reaches in and knocks it away. Here's Stefferson, who goes behind the back. Nice feed into the post. Spears creates some space. she's got a couple of field goals.
Spears has lit it up a little bit coming in off the bench. A little spark for Boston College. Need to continue to go to her. She's helping them out.
Doing it against her native state's university. She's from Stratford, Connecticut. Played scholastically at St. Joseph's in Trumbull. Crockett puts it on the floor. Knocked loose by Drosh. Knocked away by Deviney. Knocked away by Stefferson. Here comes Deviney, but it's 1-on-3. The pull-up. And the long rebound will come down to Drosh. Reversal to Deviney. Penetrates, kick out, Godstein, open jumper, gets the roll.
Boston College, nice patience. Deviney in the corner, didn't really have the three, got it back around, and they got some points off the set anyway.
So that 16-point lead has now been trimmed to 11, and Gino Auriemma is going to call time with 7:31 remaining in the half.
Patience by Boston College. You know what? When you're down, you're not going to get it all back at once. You see Godstein psyched. Wants to get her team pumped up, ready to go.
Gino Auriemma's club has won 26 straight road games since losing at Tennessee February 1st, 2001. Margo, they've now gone more than 2 calendar years since losing a game on the road.
It's really unbelievable, Bob, what this program and what Gino and his staff has done. Another angle, though, before we finish that thought. You see again the penetration by Deviney. And the stick by Godstein.
Godstein leads the Eagles with 7 points. Ashley Battle up top to Turner. He's going to take the three over Godstein. And the rebound to Drosh. And Gino Auriemma.
Yeah, I don't think that's what he.
I don't think that's the play call. Down low Godstein. At least Turner made up for it at the defensive end. He practically went out and tackled Turner. Turner baseline battle, and she stepped on the end line.
Gino got down the bench quicker than Taurasi.
Timeout exactly 7 minutes to go in the first half. The conversation is such like, was that the play you heard me call in the huddle? I don't think so.
He's the ultimate workhorse, Coach Inglese-Tommy, and she really is.
Godstein is the second leading rebounder in Boston College history. Entered this afternoon's game with an even 800 career rebounds. He's added 1 to that total today. Nearly had a double-double in the loss at Villanova the other night. 19 points, 9 rebounds, 8 of 11 shooting.
And Bob, I think she's the inside presence that Boston College needs both offensively and defensively.
Out of the UConn, out of the official timeout rather, it's BC ball. Maureen Leahy is checked in. She's number 25. Drosh, defended by Conlon. On the left, it's Stefferson. Takes it into the lane. Tried to, looked like it might have been a pass down low to Godstein. Let's see if they'll send her to the line, if they say she was shooting or not. There will be a foul, and they say she was in the act of shooting.
Penetration here. Yeah, she looked like she was doing a little over-the-shoulder hook. Gets her to the free throw line.
Foul number 1 on Taurasi. And number 5 on the Huskies. So we look at Stefferson. Scored 2,000 points in a much heralded high school career, which she began as a 7th grader. She was a starter on her high school team when she was in 7th grade. Taurasi up top, Conlon. The lead is 10. They wanted to go backdoor. Stefferson took it away. Conlon shoots over Deviney. Here's Stefferson. Right side, Drosh. Drosh is a three-point threat, second on the team with 24 threes. Battle defending her. Stefferson looking for Godstein down low. Instead, the bounce pass to the cutter, Deviney. How did that not stay in? Here's Taurasi at the other end. Left side battle. Into the post it goes to Crockett. Foul line jumper Moore. Battle tried to deflect the rebound to a teammate. Couldn't.
Nice movement, just couldn't finish, Connecticut.
This is Leahy. She'll take the open look.
And just inside 3, Leahy, whose sister played on the national championship Notre Dame team a couple of years ago.
She's a 52% shooter. This is an 8-0 BC run that has cut that 16-point lead in half.
Nice penetration, taking it to the rack by Battle. By finding the seams, and when you have to defend the outside shooting of Connecticut, it leaves some seams open to the glass.
Drosh spins on Conlon and shoots over her.
And understandably, great shot by Drosh, but boy, she has not had any three-point looks at all.
BC still has yet to attempt a three, and we've played 15 minutes. Not because they don't want to. Or top of the circle. Pass to Battle, she juggles it. Shot clock at 10. Let's see if Taurasi tries to take Drosh off the bounce. She does. Pull up. Got it.
Nice step back move. She knew exactly what she was going to do when she got the ball. Went to the paint, nice step back, gives herself a little space, and knocks it down.
Dozen for Taurasi, in double figures for the 68th time in her magnificent career. Foul line, Leahy Conlon picked her pocket from behind, held ball, arrow pointing toward BC with 16 seconds left in the shot clock.
Number 23, number Jacobs replaces
A couple of substitutions Conlon leaves as we look at Taurasi really taking advantage of Drosh.
Fakes going off the ball side screen, gets herself a little space by doing that nice step back move. Boy, talk about being able to do everything.
Taurasi has battled an ankle problem all year. So far today, she looks like she's moving very fluidly. There are days when the ankle bothers her more than others, but so far today would appear to be a day where it feels pretty loose.
Connecticut foul is on number 22, Ashley Battle.
This foul will be on Battle.
Personal foul 6.
Number 1 on her and 6 on the Huskies. Stepherson takes the shot. Was this a three? No, her foot was on
inside, yep.
Still looking for that first three of the year, but she's knocked down 2 long-range twos. The lead is 8 again. Well, UConn had a chance to break this one wide open and put BC away and has not. To the cutter, Turner spins in the lane. Moore with the putback.
Moore on the opposite side, weak side, gets that again. Offensive rebound. You know you're going to be in good position when you get in the paint.
And there's Turner with the rejection.
I'll tell you, Chris Daly said to me, she's one of the most athletic kids we have ever had.
UConn 19th in the country in block shots. They have a 10-point lead over Boston College with 3:41 to go in the half. By 10, glad you joined us for our Big East game on this Saturday afternoon. And we hope you'll join us tomorrow. Margot will be getting on a plane and heading down to Blacksburg, Virginia for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and Virginia Tech. You'll see it 2 o'clock. Check your local listings. And then Virginia Tech will be right here at Connie Forum a week from tomorrow for a noon game. That'll be Boston College's next game. The Eagles have 7 days off after today's battle with UConn.
And as we had talked earlier, Bob, I think Coach Inglis would have loved to have a week
The
off
other way around, right.
preparing for Connecticut. Although that Virginia Tech game will be a very good game next week as well.
There you see the shooting story, but from three-point range, it's a different story entirely. UConn just 2 of 11, and BC has yet to launch one. The Huskies have just completely taken away the three from the Eagles' arsenal. Stepherson down low to Gottstein. Ball fake and a traveling violation. Turnover number 6 on the Eagles.
She's really not happy with herself. Knows how important it is that she comes up big for this Eagle team.
Kathy Inglis says we can't allow them to get quick transition points. We can't take quick shots early in the possession. Duke did that last Saturday and got hopelessly behind down at Cameron Indoor. Battle, right side, Struther, who has yet to score today. There's Moore inside. She's got 6.
What a beautiful pass, though, by Struthers. Yeah. Oh, thread of the needle on that.
Probably her greatest asset, her passing ability. Sees the floor very well. What a screen that Leahy set. Struther ran into it. Now Leahy, good footwork, misses with the left, gets her own rebound.
And battles inside, tough Leahy on the putback. Didn't give up after she missed the first one.
Struther to Battle. Defended by Jacobs, penetrates, and kisses it off the glass.
Grace, use of the glass by by Ashley Battle.
Battle might be the most athletic of all the Huskies.
Yes.
Certainly the fastest.
She's so strong at the post.
Stefferson misses the long two. Rebound Battle. Battle up the floor to Moore, but over her head and out of bounds. Right idea, but a little bit too high.
Thought she had her.
Number 23.
On the pass. Watch. Great pass from Struthers between three BC defenders. One of the things you have to do to be a great basketball player is see the floor, and she does that so well.
Struther this past Monday was named the Big East Rookie of the Week for the first time in her career. Preseason selection is the Big East Rookie of the Year. There have been some outstanding freshman performances this year in the conference. Certainly Tamara James of Miami has been brilliant. Down low Godstein, she's doubled. Taurasi knocked it away. Stefferson, left side Leahy. Shot clock inside 10. Stefferson spins. Taurasi blocked it.
Yeah, and Stefferson gave up a great open shot. Should have never done that.
3-on-1. Battle to Struther. It all began with the Taurasi block.
It sure did. And so confident, Struthers. He's not that confident just a month and a half ago, but boy, winning really helps with your confidence.
First two for Struther, who hit one of the biggest baskets of the season for UConn in crunch time against Tennessee.
By putting it behind the back.
Look down low. Godstein misses the layup. Rebound Taurasi, her third. Feeds into the post. Crockett, but through her hands and out of bounds. And Oriema said, I want a bounce pass on that.
Don't do it. Watch the great help. Blocked by Taurasi. They kick it out. She looks up the floor. Nice one-handed pass. Great bounce pass. And those bounce passes are tough to hang on to, but Struthers does it and finishes.
Stefferson to the cutter, Davini. And as she goes, she's going to be called for the charge.
When there's nowhere to go, tough. Let's see BC move the ball a little more. Nice help by Crockett. Taking the big charge.
First on Davini and 6 on Kathy Inglis's Eagles.
Coach Inglis has some great sets, some great offenses. BC just unable to really execute because of this Connecticut defense.
At halftime, Margot will be chatting with Kathy Inglis. We hope you stick around for that one. Battle around the Taurasi screen, then gives to Taurasi. Shot clock inside 10. Turner into the lane and setting the screen. Crockett will be called for the foul. That's number 1 on her and 7 on the team. With the new rule in college basketball this year, there will be no shots. Instead, it will go back to BC.
BC needs to get a good look here and a good shot. 38 seconds left in the half. Don't want to give the ball back to Connecticut too early.
Also at halftime, we'll have our Big East Women's Report. We'll take a look at the standings, Players of the Week, Rookie of the Week, and the upcoming TV schedule. Left side to Vinny. Fakes Struther off her feet. Missed the shot. Rebound comes down to Crockett. Shot clock is off. Who touched it last? Goes out of bounds in front of UConn's bench. Off Struther with 10 seconds left.
A lot of intensity going on here. Look at, see inside the fight. Crockett goes down.
Jessica Moore will come in defensively for the Huskies, replacing Turner. Stefferson leaves, and Kathy Inglis wants another shooter on the floor and puts in Drosh.
They got a 3 here. That might pump them up going in at halftime.
Drosh. Taurasi knocked it away. Time running down on the game clock, and then the reach-in foul will be called. It will be on Taurasi with 3 seconds left, and that's not what Gina Oriema wants.
Not at all.
Her second 8 on the team, so it does a couple of things. It sends BC to the line, where Davini is a lights-out shooter. 91.4% leads the conference. It also is foul number 2 on your best player.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Absolutely not at this point. Now with 3 seconds on the clock before the half. Just get out at halftime. You don't need to put Davini at the line.
Vinny knocks down the free throw. She's done that better than any other player in the Big East this year. She was the Big East Co-Player of the Week back on January 6th, sharing the honor with Diana Taurasi. 3 seconds left. Moore goes to Taurasi. She's already hit 1 half-court shot this season. This one inside half-court, and By golly, nearly got that one to go. Taurasi, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist in the first half. And UConn has a 39-27 lead at halftime over Boston College. In a moment, we will hear from Huskies coach Gino Auriemma. And Margot, the Huskies came out, did exactly what they wanted to do early, jumping all over the Eagles, jumping out to a 16-point lead, but BC hung in there and has made it a more manageable 12-point margin at halftime. Now we're joined by Gino Auriemma. Gino, the half certainly started the way you wanted it to.
Yeah, it did, but you know, they're a really good team, and you know, it wasn't going to be long before they start making some shots, and then we kind of hit a dry spell. But I figured it was going to be this kind of a game. You know, it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a headache all the way through.
Coach, you're doing a great job of keeping them from shooting threes. They have not gotten one off. Is that something you really talked about this week?
Yeah, we did. We felt like that's a big strength of their team, obviously, and we wanted to take that option away from them and see if, you know, they could hurt us maybe some other way. And you know, right now they're getting the ball inside on us a little bit and getting to the free throw line. But I think defensively that was exactly what the plan was.
Well, you're doing a great job.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Go take the Excedrin. 39-27 the lead at halftime for the UConn.
Got to do it from the perimeter. They've got to get a couple of three-point shots to one, get the crowd into it, and get themselves into it.
Let's take a look at the highlights. We began the day by talking about Diana Taurasi.
Taurasi, beautiful backdoor cut here. It's as though they've been playing together for 4 years. These guys on the floor. Watch it here. Body control to not take the charge. The dish. And the big rebound by Turner. Watch how effortlessly she shoots that. What a beautiful shot. On the inside, Gottsien got him going a little bit, the fifth-year senior. Like to see her battle a little more inside, be a little more physical. See her right here. There she goes. She drops her shoulders, goes strong to the glass. And here from the elbow, the captain's getting it done, getting them fired up. She's got great passion for the game. Needs to bring it to the second half as well, Bob.
It's a big first half for Becky Gottsien, and we're joined by Kathy and Gleason. I know, Kathy, you'd like to get something going on the perimeter here in the second 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think we've got to really just attack the basket a little bit more and draw them and look to kick out a little bit. I think when we were successful this half is when we were really taking it to them, being a little bit more aggressive and getting the ball out.
Kathy, you're running some great sets. You're just not getting the looks and the shots. Did you address that at halftime?
Yeah, we did a little bit. I said, hey, if you got the shot, don't hesitate. Put it up there. Be relaxed. We got to get Amber a little bit more involved in the game. I think she's playing a little bit hesitant right now, but we just want to, again, take it into the gaps there, look to dish it inside to Becky or dish it outside to our other shooters.
All right, Kathy, thank you. Best of luck in the second half. And let's take a look at the first half highlights, and the Huskies out shooting BC 53% to 37.
There you see it. That's the key right there, Bob. Absolutely. They're getting very good looks. Connecticut, 12 three-point shots to Boston College, none. And BC's got to address that a little bit. I'd like to see them open it up a little bit by getting out on the perimeter, bringing the defense out, and then going inside, maybe starting a little inside-outside. But 4 block shots by Connecticut there. And points in the paint, Boston College starting to pick that up a little bit.
Gino Auriemma's club has won 7 straight against Boston College's 9-2 lifetime here at Conte Forum. And Gino, like all successful coaches, tends to remember the losses more than the wins. And he certainly remembers the last loss. It was on January 23rd, 1999, here at Conte Forum. A spectacular game for Alyssa Murphy as Boston College won at 78-66. That was the first time the Conte Forum was ever sold out for a women's basketball game. And really, it was a milestone moment in the establishment of this program.
Absolutely. That was huge for them. Connecticut was second in the country at the time. It really put Boston College up with the elite programs around the country.
Gino Auriemma's club has won 60 consecutive games. The last loss to Notre Dame in the NCAA semifinals in St. Louis, March 30th, 2001. So we're rapidly approaching the second anniversary of that last loss, and Diana Taurasi with a typical first half effort for her.
Boy, doing a great job lighting it up, getting it in the right people's hands, and doing a great job defensively.
Taurasi inbounds in front of us to begin the second half to Conlon, and BC has stayed in that man-to-man the whole game.
Absolutely. They're going to stay in man-to-man because you have to. You can't put a zone up against Connecticut. But these first 5 minutes, Bob, will be very important for Boston College. They've got to get something going right now.
Right side, it's to Vinny. And she tries to leave for Gottstein, and Moore steps in for the steal.
And they're not going to do it by giving it back.
And the Huskies give it right back as Jacobs picks off the pass. Jacobs defended by Conlon. We heard Kathy Anglese say she wants Jacobs to get going here in the second half. Deviney with the pull-up. Rebound, and we'll get a foul on Gottstein, who climbed the back of Morgan Valley. That will be number 2 on Gottstein and 1 on BC here in the second half.
Gottstein just doing what she thinks she needs to do to get Boston College back in this one. Tries to get a little position for an offensive board, but ends up fouling.
Jacobs 0 for 2 from the floor in 16 minutes in the first half. Deviney 0 for 4 in 15 minutes. And between them, they are averaging 32 points a game. Left side, Taurasi for 3.
What a way to start the half for Diana Taurasi, the way she started it in the first half.
Third 3 of the afternoon for Taurasi and the 201st of her career. Deviney in traffic, misses the shot, rebound Moore.
And what Boston College doesn't want to do is force the issue, let the game come to them a little bit.
Taurasi, reversal, and it's stolen by Deviney. Turnover number 10 for UConn.
Boy, Gino's eyes just, I think, burned a hole in Taurasi's head.
Great look from Deviney to Mackey.
Almost like he's not sure what's going on with his leader.
Mackey picked up 2 fouls early and only played 6 minutes in the first half. She's got 4 points.
And Boston College needs a little bit more out of Mackey.
Taurasi right side 3, long rebound. Gottstein and her teammate Deviney were there, and Deviney comes away with it.
And Boston College got to get out and defend the 3 against Connecticut, because they can't give up 3 and only get 2.
Jacobs can't buy the 3. That was BC's first 3 attempt of the game. Counted in the foul. Deviney with the steal in the basket.
Just being heads up. Saw the opening in terms of getting the steal. And then goes strong to the rack. Watch here. Ooh, just a little, almost a little lackadaisical by Jessica Moore. And the reaction by the club.
And it's foul number 3 on Moore. Deviney now with 4 points. She's the second leading scorer in the Big East. So without much of a normal contribution from Deviney and Jacobs, BC down 10 might be a little bit thankful to be only down 10. And there's Mackey picking up her 3rd foul on the entry pass to Moore.
And Mackey's so solid on the inside in her ability to defend, but a little too aggressive there. Needs to really get her feet going.
3 on Mackey and 2 on the Eagles this half. So Moore and Mackey, the 2 starting centers, each with 3 personals. Conlon, defended by Jacobs. Right side, Struther. They're looking for more in the post. Gottstein with the kick, so the shot clock will recycle.
Connecticut so smart, excuse me, Bob, to bring the ball out, get set again, and run their offense.
Mackey will leave with 3 fouls. Get some instruction from her coach. Leahy in for the Eagles. She played very well, and Leahy will pick up a quick foul as she bumped Taurasi, who was cutting without the ball.
One of the things Diana has really done so well this year is moving without the basketball. She's always done it, but in particular this year knows the importance. Doesn't have the 4 guys from last year to lean on their shoulders.
First foul on Leahy, already 3 on the Eagles in the first 2.5 minutes. Moore with the foul line jumper. Valley tried to direct the rebound to a teammate, and it went out of bounds.
Went off Jessica's foot.
Yep. So we'll come back to the Eagles. BC had won 4 in a row before losing Wednesday night at Villanova. They have won 8 of their last 10. Started the year 6-1.
It'll be important for Boston College and for the crowd to get the ball, to get the lead down below 10.
Jacobs to Stefferson. Into the post, Gottstein. Backs in on Valley and shoots over it.
Pretty little hook from Gottstein down low. They've gotten some points in the paint. They've got to continue to look in there.
9 points for Gottstein. The lead is now 8. And away from the play, again, we'll get a foul on Leahy for holding Valley in the post. Number 2 on Leahy and 4 on the Eagles.
Watch Gottstein down low, work a little bit in the paint. Nice little right-handed hook, a little half hook to get Boston College to an 8-point deficit.
7-0 run for the Eagles. Turner and Battle have checked in for UConn. Battle with the runner across the lane.
Thought about kicking it out, but saw the opening. Nice little righty runner.
Battle has a great explosion about her game. Inside, Godstein's doubled, and the Huskies force her to turn it over.
And you can see how she is going to attract a lot of attention now down in the post.
9th turnover for the Eagles. They're 6th in the 14-team Big East in turnover ratio. Down low, it's Turner off the feed from Conlon.
And anytime you penetrate, you're going to make something happen. That time, Turner's able to knock it down pretty by Conlon to take the ball in nice and deep.
8 points off the bench for Turner. He was the player of the year in the state of Ohio last year as a high school senior. DeVinny drives, Struther rejects it out of bounds.
And Struther at 6'2" is not going to let 5'9" DeVinny get anything going. Watch right here. Nice penetration, but Struthers, what a reach.
Off the inbound pass, Godstein with the offensive rebound. DeVinny right side miss, and on the rebound, Godstein's knocked down. Struther and Turner were both there. I think Struther will be whistled for the foul. It will be number 2 on her and 2 on UConn. Timeout. We've played 4 minutes here in the second half, and UConn maintains that 12-point halftime lead. UConn has won 27 straight games against Big East opponents, leads Boston College by 12, and getting a great effort from a Naismith Player of the Year nominee.
Absolutely, Diana Taurasi. You know her ability to score, knock down the 3. And there you see the first 3 of the second half. But the biggest thing, Bob, that she brings is she's really making the youngsters on this Connecticut team feel comfortable. She's taking the big load on her shoulders. She's always at Auriemma's side in timeouts, reinforcing what he has to say. Her leadership and her ability to really get these young players to play at the level they need to has been really amazing.
Taurasi with 15 points, 3 rebounds, 3 of 8 from three-point range. 5 times this year she's won or shared the Big East Player of the Week award, including this current week, sharing it with BC's Amber Jacobs. Inbound pass kicked out of bounds by Battle. They'll do it again.
And she was wide open. DeVinny down underneath.
Conlon really the only pure guard on the floor right now for the Huskies. Having trouble inbounding, finally getting it to Jacobs on the right. DeVinny feeds the post. Godstein turns, steps in the lane.
Boy, she used her left hand beautifully on that. She was able to get it, look again, and then get the open shot.
Conlon quickly the other way. Offensive rebound. Turner.
Oh, boy, did she battle underneath. She's really just coming in her own. Hard to believe that she had an injury coming into the season this year. Was operated on in September, but playing strong and big now.
Great look from Stefferson to Jacobs.
Beautiful back cut by Jacobs. And Stefferson, just a great passer. Finds Jacob on the weak side block.
Jacobs averaged 12 per game. It took her 25 minutes to get on the board. Conlon left of the lane to Struther. Struther spins and hands off inside to Moore.
Boy, they're really getting it done inside. At 18 in the paint points at halftime. Connecticut just so solid on their inside game.
8 points for Jessica Moore off the feed from Struther. This is Stefferson with the wide open jumper.
Steffenson's got a beautiful little jump shot. Gets her elbow right under the ball. She needs to do that a little more, but Boston College needs a couple of stoppers.
Eagles shooting 40% from the floor. Turner already with 10 points off the bench. Leahy got the ball, but evidently a piece of Turner as well. Foul number 3 on Leahy, and that's 5 on the Eagles.
Watch Stefferson thread the needle. What a beautiful pass over the top of 3 Connecticut defenders. Jacobs going back door. You see here the strength of Jessica on the interior.
Turner makes the free throw. That was her team-leading 91st free throw. So here's a kid who comes off the bench, averages 19 minutes per game, and she gets to the foul line more than any player on the team.
Well, and the way you do that, Bob, is by playing aggressive on the inside, going to the rack, getting fouled, and then getting yourself on the free throw line.
Turner with 11 points off the bench today. She's in double figures for the 10th time in this her 22nd collegiate game. In the lane, Spears. Front rims it, rebound, comes down to Turner.
Boston College getting better looks this half. They need to finish.
Conlon on the left, wide open three. And the rebound climbs up and over the backboard. Taurasi will return for the Huskies, replacing Turner, who gave Gino Auriemma some very productive minutes off the bench.
You think that she's just a freshman. Usually freshmen don't even get a minute in a game, Bob.
She certainly panicked in her first career start on national TV at Notre Dame. She scored 25 points. That's a career high. He likes her coming off the bench. He provides her with some offense, some toughness, really a little bit of everything.
And quite frankly, Bob, sometimes kids like coming off the bench. They're more comfortable.
Gottstein hits the jumper over Crockett. Gottstein has 13 points this afternoon. She's in double figures for the 15th time this year. The lead is 9. Battle, spin, shoots over Spears. And Crockett battles for the rebound with Davini, but Davini evidently was touching the end line when she touched the ball.
Oh, a terrific hustle by Davini to get down on the floor, but she was out of bounds. Watch the ball go up. Watch the hustle. You saw her on the maroon.
Taurasi to inbound. Strother gets the screen from Battle. And the rebound to the lane is pulled down by Gottstein, her 5th. Stefferson leaves for Gottstein. Foot on the line. It's a 2. Rebound. Taurasi, her 4th. Battle sets the screen in the open floor. Strother, right side 3.
The 6'2" freshman loves the outside the arc shot. But shooting with such confidence, you've got to put that up.
Her first 3 of the afternoon and 32nd of the season. And we're going to get a foul off the ball. It will be on Wilnette Crockett.
Watch Struthers from the corner. Just get set. Great strength, ability to shoot. To have a 6'2" guard with that kind of range, not have to go inside.
Stefferson inbounds to Drosch. There's the 3-point story today. The big number there is the 1. Only 1 attempt for the Eagles in nearly 28 minutes.
And against a team like Connecticut, you've got to get a couple of extra points, and 3-point shots will do that for you.
Gottstein with the soft touch at the baseline. 15 points for the 5th-year senior from Albany.
And when BC is patient, they're getting some great looks.
Eagles hanging around. Down 10. They trail by as many as 16 early. Taurasi left side to Turner, who went right back in at the last whistle. And a blocking foul will be called on Spears, her 2nd, and already 16 fouls on the Eagles with 12 minutes to go. Taurasi to inbound baseline. It's the last of 3 straight away games for UConn and 5 out of their last 6. Strother with the miss, and Gottstein pulls down the rebounder 6th. Stefferson gets the screen from Spears. And a good bounce pass across the lane to Spears, but she couldn't finish.
And again, BC, good patience. Stefferson did not force the issue. They don't need to. They're only down 10. They need to slowly chip away at this Connecticut club. Watch Stefferson, a little penetration. Nice bounce pass through the lane to Adriana Spears.
2nd foul on Crockett, 4 on the team. And Spears, the senior from Stratford, Connecticut, at the free throw line. Kathy and Gleese told me this week we've yet to get all 3 of our guards going at the same time. If we can, we're capable of scoring a lot of points. It has not happened today. Davini with 6 points. Jacobs only with 2 points. And Stefferson with 7. Davini evidently with some blood on the uniform. So
gotta take that off.
looks like she has a cut on her just below her right knee. So they'll bandage that up. She'll come right back in. Leahy returns to the lineup.
And Bob, one of the things you just talked about, I think Boston College, of all the teams in the Big East, is capable of scoring a lot of points. And I thought they would give Connecticut the toughest challenge, quite frankly. And if there's a team that could beat them, it would be Boston College.
Eagles average 70 per game, 4th in the league. They're down by 8. They have not been any closer than 8 since falling behind by 16. Crowd is into it. Sellout crowd of over 8,600. Taurasi, deep three, rebound on a hop. Moore tries to save and does.
Got a fresh shot clock.
Conlon waits for the Huskies to regroup. Defended by Drosh. Here's Taurasi, guarded by Jacobs. Looks like they're going to clear the side, and Taurasi will be called for the offensive foul, creating space with the elbow. That's her third.
Little isolation play for Taurasi. Watch her hooker with the hand.
Three on Taurasi. Timeout. 11:30 remaining. 8-point UConn lead. There's an addition here at Conti Forum, and there it is. For the first time ever, the uniform jersey of a female basketball, and a current star is Becky Gottstein.
With a beautiful little right hand hook, and I think we're going to see the little lefty after that one. Right here, the little righty again, but boy, she had a pretty little lefty hook as well, and they need her to continue to come up big.
Gottstein with a big effort today for the Eagles, 15 points and 6 rebounds. Jacobs behind the Gottstein screen didn't pull the trigger.
And she needs to. Can't hesitate.
Stefferson thought she created contact. Gottstein thought she did as well.
Yeah.
11 left on the shot clock.
Terrific defense by Connecticut to swarm Gottstein down low.
Vinny and Jacobs have absolutely struggled. The rest of the Eagles shooting over 50%.
And Vinny, they bring about 30% of the Eagle offense, so they need to start lighting it up a little bit.
Time running down on the shot clock. Pass into the lane. Nobody home but Taurasi. 4 on 3 for UConn. Taurasi, offensive foul. Or no. Wait a minute. This is going to be crucial. Bill Titus had the charge. Michelle St. Pierre had the block. Who's going to win out?
This is huge, Bob. As you just said, it could be Taurasi's 4th.
It is.
Look at her eyes. Look at her. Look at her.
But Stefferson was moving him in.
Yeah, her feet just a little bit.
4 on Taurasi, 6 on UConn. Smart play by Stefferson. The worst that could happen is she'd get called for a block, and she has no foul. This time Stefferson in the lane. Taurasi doesn't even contest it. And on the rebound, Conlon will be called for the reach-in foul. Number 1 on Conlon, and UConn is now over the limit. Remember, the Eagles are the 6th best free throw shooting team in the country at 79%.
Well, on that foul on Taurasi fired up the fans, fired up Boston College a little bit. This would be their chance, if there's a time for them to make a run and kind of get Connecticut a little tight, would be right now.
So Taurasi leaves with 10:42 left, and her team up by 8. Drosh at the free throw line. This is the closest the Eagles have been since Kathy and Gleason's club fell down 20-4 early. Taurasi picked up 3 fouls in the first 5 minutes in South Bend last month. And UConn, without her for the remainder of the first half, outscored Notre Dame 35-16, and that's where they won the game. Let's see how they respond without her now. Conlon, the pull-up jumper. Rebound, Gottstein. BC down by 6. Jacobs. Feeds Leahy down low. Kick out Stefferson. Wide open jumper. And battle with the rebound. Here's Conlon. Has Moore with her. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Stefferson reaches from behind and knocks it out of bounds.
That was a beautiful crossover by Conlon. She just couldn't control it because of Stefferson. Looked like she was taking it right to the glass. Connecticut will maintain possession.
Turner replaces Crockett. Strother to inbound baseline. Strother, Turner, and Conlon took over the game in South Bend when Taurasi was on the bench.
Yeah, Turner just started to take it over a little bit. You see her little penetration into the paint. Takes it right to the glass, and a nice soft touch to finish.
Turner with 13 points. The pull-up by DeVinny fails to hit iron.
And this is where Boston College, because they have such great sets, they need to be patient with Taurasi off the floor and run some good offense and get some good looks.
Jesselyn Deviney, second leading field goal shooter in the conference as Diana Taurasi looks on. Taurasi is 9th in field goal shooting. Deviney shoots 54.7% today, 1 for 11. There's another turnover. Stefferson, defended by Battle, into the post to Godstein. They immediately double it. Stefferson on the drive. Turner swatted it away, but a foul will be called. It's on Turner.
Boston College being a little more aggressive, looking to duck it in. They kick it out. The penetration. Godstein smart to kick it out. Nice penetration. You penetrate and make things happen. Watch Stefferson take it strong to the glass. Gets her to the free throw line. And as Bob has said a couple of times, you don't want to put this team on the free throw lane.
And Stefferson knocks out the first one. She's a 73.6% shooter from the line. She's a preseason nominee for the Naismith National Player of the Year. So again, the Eagles come within 6. Jessica Moore is going to call timeout to avoid the 5-second call.
And Boston College smart to throw up a press. Taurasi, their ball handler, one of their ball handlers on the bench. And Connecticut did not know where to go with it.
So with 9:20 remaining, that big 16-point UConn lead is down to 6. As UConn calls the timeout. Taurasi with 15 points, 4 rebounds, and a couple of mistakes as well.
Something very uncharacteristic on her behalf. Just a soft, and that's where Gino was really looking at her like, what were you doing on that one? What were you thinking? And there's the 4th offensive foul. So it puts Taurasi on the bench. And you know, Bob, this is a game of runs. Both teams have a couple of left because we have a lot of time. Boston College feeling it very important to get a run going right now and get the lead.
Of course, UConn last year ran the table 39-0. They were certainly the preseason favorite to win it all last year. Then 4 seniors graduated. Gino Auriemma said this week, last year I would have said that unless something happened to the bus on the way to the arena, we were going to win the national championship. This year, that's definitely not the case. He feels a number of teams have a chance to win it, but he certainly thinks his is one of them.
Well, and he's brought his club along so well. They've come in, they've done the job, they've come with intensity, and I'll tell you, to be 21-0 in this point in the season, nobody, and I don't even think Gino would say he thought he'd be 21-0 at this point, Bob.
Well, his answer when asked is, am I surprised? Yes. Am I shocked? No.
Yeah, exactly.
Because of the standard that has been set here a long time ago. These are some of the longest winning streaks in collegiate sports history, led by the North Carolina women's soccer team, the UCLA men's teams under John Wooden with the 88 in a row. This place is really hopping now out of the timeout. Taurasi remains on the bench. She left a minute 28 ago with her club down by 8. Now they're down 6. Conlon defended by Drosh. Battle with Stefferson on her. Shot clock at 10. Low post Turner spins on Godstein. Counted in the foul.
And I'll tell you, that just shows the character of these young freshmen. Turner battling, taking it right to the window. What a beautiful play. Huge play at this point with Taurasi on the bench. Back, stays strong, gets blocked, but finishes and gets herself to the free throw line. Who's more excited?
The biggest cheerleader is Taurasi. So Turner completes the 3-point play. Taurasi and Turner between them have 29 of UConn's 59 points, almost exactly a half. Ball is kicked by UConn, so the shot clock will recycle, and here comes Taurasi.
And Boston College understands the urgency of getting some stuff done before Taurasi came back. They didn't have the opportunity to do that, but they're only down 9, and they know if they continue to chip away, they've got a shot.
However, with Taurasi on the bench for a minute 50, BC was outscored by a point. That's not what they had in mind. Timeout is called to avoid, again, a potential 5-second call, as they had trouble inbounding. As time it's the Eagles as we look at Kathy Inglis, who had great success at the University of Vermont before she came here. She had back-to-back undefeated regular seasons. Vermont won 52 regular season games in a row, and Margot, that was the record until UConn has eclipsed it with their current 60-game overall winning streak.
And absolutely, Kathy did a great job up at Vermont. Why the reason she came to Boston College, had an undefeated season, and actually her first loss was in the NCAA tournament. So she brings great credentials to this club and has done an outstanding job with this Boston College team.
Great player at Southern Connecticut State University. And by the way, when she was a player at Southern, the Owls were 5-0 against UConn. That was pre-Gino Auriemma era. All right. This is Drosch. Leahy to Gottstein. Still 20 left on the shot clock. Davini on the right, defended by the taller Struther. Gottstein goes baseline. Drosch the other baseline.
Excellent patience by Boston College to get a good look and a good shot.
Drosch has come off the bench to score 6. Had 13 in a loss at UConn last year. Battle lobs it down low to Moore in the lane. And she'll draw the foul on Leahy, and that will be her fourth.
In the sets Connecticut is running, they're mixing it up. Great motion, great movement, a lot of movement. And the best way to run an offense is with a lot of movement. You don't know where they are, and Moore right there, getting it on the block and getting the shot off.
Slowly but surely, Jessica Moore has developed into one of the top post players in the Big East. Struggled from the free throw line earlier in the season, but her free throw shooting percentage is now up to a respectable 63%. She was 6 or 7 the other night at St. John's.
And Chris Daly said to me, since the Seton Hall game, she's playing with a greater sense of aggressiveness. And she's just a sophomore. That's what's good. There you see Chris Daly.
Moore, the only non-medical redshirt, and Gino Auriemma is 18 years here at UConn. Didn't play her freshman year. Kick out Drosch. This is a 3. Rebound inside, batted around, comes to Davini.
Davini right there anytime again. You get an offensive rebound, you're in a great spot.
Davini at 5'9" is averaging 6 rebounds per game. Taurasi with the pass to Battle, who tried to save it and couldn't. The pass was down by Battle's shin. Not a good spot. Timeout, 7:47 remaining. BC hanging around, trailing UConn by 7. Bob Picozzi, Margot Plotsky back at Connie Forum, where Boston College trails the #1 ranked UConn Huskies by only 7. It's been a rough afternoon for Jesselyn Davini, the second leading scorer of the Big East, but she picked up some loose change here.
And you see it right here, boxing out on the offensive end and just create some space to allow herself to get a nice, easy 2.
Davini is 2 of 12 from the floor, 8 points, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. Kathy Inglis says UConn just runs their system so well. They pass the ball so well. They've got great talent, and they are aggressive. More so, Margot, now that Turner and Crockett have really established themselves as factors off the bench.
Yeah, no question about it. And you said it earlier, last year UConn was a great passing team. It's one thing they've done so well over the years because of Gino Auriemma's system. They really get some great looks.
Spears, remember Taurasi with 4 fouls. This is Drosch. Back to Stefferson. Left side Drosch shoots the 3. Got it!
First one, and what a great time to get it. Boston College is right where they want to be.
First 3 of the afternoon, and it comes with 7:19 remaining. A 4-point lead, the closest the Eagles have been since falling behind by 16. It was 4-4, then it was 20-4. And away from the play, Spears will be called for the foul as she bumps Turner cutting through the lane.
Yeah, that 3 got the crowd into it a little bit. It's Boston College, that confidence they need to think that they can win the game. Watch the foul, watch the run underneath.
Oh.
Spears just, it was like a hip check here on the ice at the Conti Forum.
So Turner walking it off. Looked like she was in a bit of discomfort. The foul on Spears will be her third. That's 9 on BC. So Turner will shoot the 1 and 1, but the next foul for the Eagles will result in UConn shooting 2 free throws for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and they're where they want to be in the scoreboard, but they don't want to do that, Bob. Absolutely not. Turner
misses the front end of the 1 and 1 and comes up the floor grimacing. Stefferson. Vinny goes baseline, rebound is pulled down by Turner, her 6th. Now they trap her in the backcourt, but she passes over it.
So smart to get out of that.
Here's Taurasi, right side Conlon, wide open 3. On rebound to Droz. Conlon has missed all 3 of her 3-point attempts today. Earlier this year, she had a stretch where she missed 17 in a row. Then she knocked down 3 straight at crunch time against Notre Dame. Gottstein. Somehow that didn't stay down.
And I'm a little bit surprised Stefferson's not taking it right at Taurasi to try to get her 5th foul.
Gina Auriemma wants time with 23 left in the shot clock. 6:17 on the game clock. And UConn leading it by 4 as Kathy Inglis gathers around her troops.
And the important thing right now is Boston College needs to get the lead, if not get it.
Barbara Turner has been absolutely immense off the bench for the Huskies today with 16 points and 7 rebounds.
She's playing more consistent. She's aggressive. She shoots 3s, but I'll tell you, she's having a little bit of a field day in that paint area, which is the maroon area down low. Really, this is the shot right here. Fouled, but stays strong, goes to the glass, and gets a 3-point play.
Boston College has been to the NCAA tournament 3 times in the previous 4 seasons, the only 3 times in their history. Lost in the opening round in Mississippi State last year. Turner on the bench. Don't know if it's because she's just getting a rest, because she still looks like she's in discomfort.
Yeah, I think it was her knee or her side, her hip.
She hit the hardwood very hard when she was bumped by Spears. Let's see what UConn runs out of that timeout. Time running off the shot clock. Strother takes it into the lane. The pull-up. Rebound to Vinny. Here's Stefferson. Spears sets the screen and sets another screen for Droz, who gets her own rebound. And the lead is 2.
Yes. Huge by Droz, the offensive rebound. Connecticut not doing the job I think they were doing in the first half of keeping Boston College off the boards.
Taurasi left side 3. Rebound Droz. BC can tie or go ahead with a 3. Vinny to Droz, who's come off the bench to score 11. Into the post, Gottstein, and we're all even.
Gets the runner with the right hand. Gottstein deep in the paint.
So that 16-point lead is now completely gone with 5:07 remaining. The Eagles pull even.
And the crowd is big time into it.
Battle to Moore. Strother to Taurasi. Drives. Got it in the foul.
And whose hands is it in when they need it? She missed the 3 the last time down, but tie game, give it to her, goes strong to the net. Watch on the replay. Such great body control. Gets her hip up and around. The finish in the intense look.
First foul on Stefferson, 10 on the team. Last Saturday, when UConn's 28-point lead had been trimmed to 6 against Duke, the ball went to Taurasi on successive possessions. She hit back-to-back baskets, probably the 2 most important baskets of the game. Ashley Battle with the steal. She's ahead of everybody.
Great anticipation, saw it coming, hung back deep, but huge turnover for Boston College.
Battle is second on the UConn team in steals. That was her 28. Stefferson to DeVinny. Drives and kisses it off the rim, and Turner falls down hard again.
And at that point, no one from Connecticut really got in the middle to take any kind of charge.
10 points for DeVinny, who's in double figures for the 20th time this year. Turner is certainly playing hurt.
She is. She's hurting.
Battle in the lane. Battle. How about back-to-back crunch time basket?
Wow, great use of the glass.
5-point lead, 3:55 remaining. Down low, Spears goes at Turner. She's helped by Moore. And we're going to get a foul on UConn before
And
the
it was
shot.
before, absolutely.
It will be on Moore, I think, and it's her fourth. No, it's on Turner. It's her fourth. It's number 9 on UConn. So Spears will shoot 2. Eagles have committed 10 fouls. So beginning with this foul, every foul for the rest of the game, other than a player control foul, will result in 2 free throw attempts. Adriana Spears, 65% free throw shooter.
Nothing but net on that one.
Boston College trailed 20-4, then came all the way back to tie it with 5:07 remaining. Can pull within 3 if Spears can knock down this second free throw. And they do. Timeout, 3:49 to go. We've got a great one here at Conti Forum. Ashley Battle with perhaps the biggest moment of the game, getting the steal at one end and the layup at the other. UConn with a 5-0 run to regain the lead after BC caught it. Right now the lead is 3. (68-65) UConn by 3.
And the guys here at Boston College are fired up.
The atmosphere amazingly similar to the one 4 years ago when BC won.
Pretty on the inside. Gross. And again, the only 3 they've had, but it was big. And following up her shot. Nice soft touch from the short corner. She's come alive a little bit this second half.
She's got 11 points on 4 of 6 shooting. The Eagles have attempted only 3 3-pointers. And Drosh has the only made 3-pointer. Full court pressure for the Eagles. Now there have been instances this year where UConn has succumbed to some pressure defense. Stefferson will be called for the foul. That is her second, and again, BC in the double bonus, so UConn will shoot a couple. There was a game earlier this year, Margot, against Rutgers, where UConn had a big lead and had trouble getting the ball in bounds at the end of the game. Gina Auriemma quipped afterwards, "It's my fault. I haven't figured out a way for Taurasi to inbound to Taurasi." And then last Saturday against Duke,
Yep.
the Huskies turned the ball over repeatedly down the stretch, but managed to hang in there and get away with the win.
And Conlon is not on the floor, so it really does kind of fall on Taurasi's shoulders.
Or misses the first free throw. Now it's a 4-point lead with 3:45 remaining.
And trust me, Bob, Boston College does not want a moral victory. They want to win here today.
Oh, they're well beyond that. Gone to 3 NCAA tournaments in the last 4 years. Davini drives and sets up Gottstein.
Beautiful. Again, penetration gives you options. Davini with a nice dish to Gottstein.
19 points for Gottstein, her second straight 19-point effort. The lead is 2 again. Battle blows right by Drosh, and the foul.
Watch the speed at which she goes. Baseline. Whoa. We saw a little bit of it when she got the steal. But boy, she explodes and go by. Watch Taurasi scream, "Go!" She said, "Go!" She just went by like jets.
With that free throw, Battle has now equaled her career high with 15 points. The foul, by the way, was on Mackey, and that's her fourth. But at this point, that is the least of BC's concerns. Down 5 with just over 3 minutes to go. Gottstein double team. Remember, Taurasi's got 4 fouls. Kick out Stefferson for the jumper. Rebound, weak side, comes down to Drosh.
And every time Boston College gotten some cheapies inside, it's because Connecticut is not boxed out. BC really hitting the offensive glass this half.
Drosh and Battle stealing the show off the bench. This time Battle feeds Moore. Quick hands to take it away. Moore misses one putback. Turner misses another. Struggle with the rebound, but a foul will be called on Gottstein.
And you can see how intense this game was. Gottstein pleading with the refs. Ooh. You can just see the intensity on her face and how badly she wants it. Watch here. A couple of shots they got.
And that's foul number 5 on Gottstein.
Oh, that's huge.
So Gottstein will depart with 19 points. And her teammates will have to do it without her down the stretch.
And if there's anybody that Coach Ingles wants on the floor, it's her.
Now, we mentioned that the last time BC beat UConn was before the first ever sellout for a women's game here at Connie Forum. Back on July 23rd, 1999, a sensational night for Alyssa Murphy and all of the Eagles. They knocked off the then second-ranked Connecticut Huskies. Certainly the biggest victory in the history of the program at that point. Perhaps Margo, you'd be a good judge of this since you used the coach here. Perhaps it remains the biggest win.
Yes.
I mean, they've gone on to win a couple of NCAA tournament games.
No, nothing looms as large as that one. And Coach Ingles knows that Gottstein was on the floor then, and would love to not have her sitting on the bench with 5, because that's huge for Boston College.
Turner now 3 of 4 from the free throw line. The BC will have to go the rest of the way without Gottstein, and now more than ever, Margo, they may need something from the perimeter.
Absolutely. And not a lot of breathing room here for Connecticut. Boston College needs to be patient and get a good look.
17 for Turner. The lead is 5 at 2.5 minutes.
Look for Drost to have her hands on the ball.
Stefferson drives, misses the shot. Rebound Leahy, gets it out to Spears, and a fresh 30. Stefferson goes around the Leahy screen, hands to Drost, kick out, right side. Stefferson drives, tried to draw the foul, didn't get the foul, didn't get the ball to the rim.
It looked like they were trying to go against Taurasi a little bit. Came up empty on 2 attempts at the basket.
Jacobs will return for BC at the next whistle. 2 minutes to go. 5-point UConn lead. Taurasi in traffic. Great body control.
Is she unbelievable? And you said it, her body control, not even as much the basket as her ability to not get her 5th foul.
Timeout, BC down 7, 1:43 to go. Diana Taurasi with 20 points this afternoon. It's the 7th time she's done that this year and the 18th time in her career.
I tell you, it's just unbelievable what she does. You see her right there, always with Gino. Watch her here, just patient, picks her spot, her ability to get by, and then control her body so she doesn't fall into Stefferson. Another great low angle. We got great cameramen here. Nice touch, nice fit.
A lot of energy in this building. I'll tell you one thing that win over UConn 4 years ago did, Margo, and you can be as good a judge as anybody when it comes to this, but it raised the interest in this program to an unprecedented level, and it's pretty much stayed at that level ever since.
There's no question, that's the key. You see this sellout, certainly it's a lot of Connecticut people, there's a lot of BC people here as well.
Each team with a full and a 30 remaining. Drost.
That's what they need.
Knocks it down.
They needed that big time. Huge basket by Drost.
1:29 to go. Taurasi is a great free throw shooter.
It's so important for Taurasi to be on the floor at this point. Gotta just be careful, not get her 5th foul.
Strother also an excellent free throw shooter. Now they clear the side. She spins on Jacobs and catches it off the glass.
And the ball's gonna be in her hands.
22 for Taurasi. Jacobs penetrates, tried to draw the foul on Taurasi, couldn't. Moore with the rebound, and now the Eagles will have to foul. Instead, Moore tried to get the timeout.
Yeah, she sure did.
But it's called for the travel.
That's tough. Smart heads-up play to try to get the timeout. The official didn't see it. Watch right here. Watch her here. She's got some people around her. She does travel. But she picked up her foot to call the timeout.
And on the inbound pass to Davini, misses the shot, but draws the foul on Struthers.
And Davini wishes she had that shot go down. Boston College going to have to press, get up quickly after these 2 free throws.
Foul on Ann Struthers, her 3rd. 10 on UConn. That doesn't matter at this point. Everything will be 2 shots, but this is a chance for BC to get a couple of points without any time going off the clock. And again, Davini is the best free throw shooter in the conference.
You might have just done a little jinx thing there, Bob.
My free throw defense has been superb for years.
Has it?
For UConn.
Davini entering the game today. 53 of 58 from the free throw line, and she's missed 2 today.
Boston College got a foul right away. Keep the ball moving, Connecticut. They need to keep it moving so they don't foul. What Connecticut does not want to do is go to the free throw line. They want time off the clock.
But if they're going to go to the line, the ones they want there are Taurasi or Struther. Struther does not go to the line much, but she's 28 of 32 from there this year.
Number 43 is Struther, shooting 2. For Connecticut.
Struther, 2-time player of the year in the state of Colorado. This is the first.
Right here, her ability, body control, big time. And right here, the clear out for her, the use of the glass. She's just amazing.
Struther 1 of 2. The lead is 6 with 52 seconds left. Do they need a 3 here, Margot?
Absolutely, they've got to have a 3 and then a quick timeout or a quick foul. Look for Drosh. They're going to look to give it to Drosh on the top.
Drosh starts the drive and draws the foul on Turner.
And she knew she didn't have the 3, so she went strong to the glass, hoping to knock it down and get to the free throw line.
And that'll be it for Barbara Turner. She'll foul out with 18 points and 9 rebounds. So Gino Auriemma will summon his troops. And when play resumes at the free throw line, will go Claire Drosh, where she is 2 of 2 this afternoon. And actually, she's only had 10 free throw attempts. Entering the ball game today, Margot, Drosh had only attempted 8 free throws in 366 minutes. And she'll be at the line for her 3rd and 4th attempts of this game when play resumes.
We just saw Gino really animated when Barbara came off because of the foul. What he does not want to do, and I just said it earlier, is put them on the line with the clock stopped. The clock is their ally, Connecticut, right now. You don't want to give them an opportunity to score points with the clock not ticking.
Drosh out of the renowned Christ the King High School program in New York. Same high school which produced Sue Bird, who was her high school teammate, Shamika Holsclaw.
A couple of good ones out of there.
So many others. Goes 1 of 2. Taurasi with the rebound. Outlet to Conlon, and no one home but a couple of Huskies. Moore gets the layup. And it's going to be tough now for the Eagles.
They need a 3 for sure here.
Jacobs drives and throws the ball out of bounds. Mackey will return for BC, but Kathy Inglis will try to calm down her troops with a timeout with 27 seconds left.
They had a sense of urgency, and I don't know if they were running what they were supposed to be running, but they wanted a 3 or a take it to the whole 3, foul, make it foul.
Taurasi rebounded that missed free throw and immediately looked for the home run pass, and the only people all the way down the other end of the floor, a couple of blue shirts and Conlon and Moore, and it resulted in an uncontested layup.
And I'll tell you, she's had big shots, but that might have been the biggest rebound of the game for her to come out of the pack, get the rebound on the missed free throw, and then, as you said, Bob, to get it up the floor to her teammates.
After BC overcame that 16-point deficit to pull even with 5:04 to go, next time down, Taurasi with a hoop and a foul, followed by Ashley Battle's steal at one end and layup at the other. On the inbound pass,
yes, she moved.
Taurasi moved her pivot foot.
Because it was a violation, not an after-made basket.
Wow. That's the sort of mistake you don't expect from a player of her caliber. So BC will inbound beneath its own hoop. Down 7. Stephenson has trouble finding someone. Conlon deflects the pass. So the Eagles will do it again. Shot clock is off. Stephenson to Jacobs. Struther knocked it away.
Struthers at 6'2", going to keep Jacobs from hitting the 3.
Jacobs misses the shot. Rebound Battle. She'll pass up the floor to Conlon, and this will put it away.
That's it.
So the UConn Huskies streak lives to see another day. Deviney on the drive, a blocking foul, and someone may have to tie down UConn's coach now, because the last thing you want to do, up 9 with 9 seconds to go, is let the other team.
They might find different transportation to get back to Connecticut, Bob. What do you think?
There's a look at Gino Auriemma's club, who will now go to 22-0, 9-0 in the Big East. They'll extend their road winning streak to 27, their Big East winning streak to 28, and they'll extend the longest winning streak in women's basketball history to a phenomenal 61. And they've caught Roger Maris.
And that's an incredible step, but I think the thing that Gino is so much more focused on is his team getting battle tested, being on the road, playing a little bit of a hostile crowd here with the BC people. I thought Cameron Indoor was a great place for them to play, because they're not going to see a crowd like that ever, even in the NCAA tournament.
Taurasi up the floor to Conlon, so every time the Eagles trap at the other end, the Huskies get an uncontested layup, but that'll do it. Final score, UConn 83 and Boston College 75. And Margot, you could argue that with the exception of the Tennessee game, where UConn had to come from 8 down with 5 minutes to go and won it in overtime, this was the toughest challenge that UConn has faced all year. Not even Duke put the scare into the Huskies that the Eagles did today.
I agree with you totally, Bob, because Boston College is capable of scoring points. Connecticut normally allows teams 50 points. You see right there, Boston College 75 points, but a huge win for Connecticut to come in here, play their game, and keep Boston College from coming back.
Diana Taurasi with 22 leading the Huskies. Becky Gottstein with 19 leading Boston College. So the Eagles slipped to 15-6, 7-3 in the league, and UConn now leads BC by 2.5 in the Big East. For Margot Plotsky, I'm Bob Picozzi. Thanks so much for joining us, and so long from Chestnut